In a previous video, I showed you how to make a paper revolver that shoots 6 rubber bands. Today, based on the same idea, I'm gonna be showing you how to make a paper revolving rifle that shoots 11 rubber bands. Before we start, we need to make 14 paper rolls. 12 of them are the same size and the other 2 are a bit bigger. To make the smaller size one, get a sheet of paper and put a strip of tape at the edge. Then flip the sheet over and using a drinking straw, roll the paper up like that. And with a small stick, get the straw out. To make the bigger roll, get a sheet of paper and roll it up with a tube of paper glue and take it out once you are done. After you make all the rolls, take 11 small size rolls and 1 big roll to make the revolving cylinder, starting by gluing each pair of rolls together. After that, use the bigger roll as an axis and start gluing them all together around it. Make sure that you keep the axis roll free at the center. Now take a strip of tape and gently put it around the other end, just to make sure that everything is fixed in place. Next, take the bigger piece of roll and use it to roll up another one that we are gonna use later, then cut it into 3 pieces, 2 9cm pieces and a 7cm piece. Take the 9cm pieces and fold their tips like that. After that, glue them both together, then stick them to the axis roll this way. Take the other piece and glue it to the back. Now, take the other roll you just made and cut it into 3 pieces. Slide one piece onto the back of the axis roll and take another piece and tuck one side of it, then glue it at the bottom. Fold the last piece progressively like that, then tuck the other side and glue it to the back. The next step is to take the remaining paper roll and cut a 5cm piece, then take the straw we used to roll the paper and cut off the side with the sharpened tip, then glue it into the roll. After that, take it and glue it at the top of the axis roll and make sure that the sharpened tip is pointed to the bottom of each hole in the cylinder, and I will tell you why in a moment. Now let's start loading the rubber bands, but before that you should tuck the tips of the barrels so the rubber bands hang on tightly. First, take off the cylinder and stretch the rubber bands along the barrels. After you load the rubber bands, insert the cylinder back, and once you push the rubber band, the sharpened tip will jam it up until you pull back and the rubber band released. Now let's make the scope by cutting a sheet of paper in half, and with a tube of paper glue, roll one piece up like that. Fix it with tape and don't forget to get the tube out. Then take it and roll the other piece as well, and after fixing it you can adjust the size of the scope as you want. Finally, glue a small piece of roll to the scope, then glue the scope at the top. I hope that you guys enjoyed the video. If you liked it, make sure that you share the video and subscribe to my channel. Thank you for watching.